So I'll continue with the LRDI section of RCCAT 4. So just see the pattern. There are 22 questions, and just looking at the sets. This is the first set. I have 3 questions in this. So I'll just mark the sets that I have to first solve. So choosing sets is very, very important. LRDI. So this is a graph kind of figure on which aspects the median score 5 employees of any company having evaluated based on some parameters. These parameters are this. Okay, so it's difficult to read this chart. So I have to read this chart. So I'll come back to this question at the end probably, but I'll have this at the back of my preference, not the first one. 24 people are part of department marketing, finance, HR respectively. Okay, so I have these things. The number of interns in the marketing and finance department are equal, while the number of interns in 75%. Okay, so this set is with numbers and just filling tables. So I'll this will be my preference. So okay, so I'll have this second set. Second set I'll can do. Marks obtained by 4 students, maximum marks in each subject, missing values. I find it very difficult. Not coming to it now. So okay, there are 4 questions in this. Okay, so again reading charts, but it's a bar chart. The ratio maximum to minimum value of okay ratios and everything. Okay, I'll come back to this. Probably second one is my preference. After this, I can do this particular sum. Are sitting around a circular table. Okay, circular table, not my preference, not my preference. Later that I use for this. Otherwise, no points are awarded for the players. It was observed that each of the 5 players got 2 points each in the game, got 4 points. Again, missing values kind of a sum. Okay, so I'll still my preference is the second one first. Okay, so my preference order would be second one, and then probably the missing value ones, and then I'll come to these reading these graphs. Probably these reading these graphs can be easy problems as well. I will, but it will take a lot of eye power. So I just want to concentrate first on the sums that I can solve. So let's see this one. 24 people are part of 3 departments, marketing, finance, and HR. So I have 3 departments. No 2 departments have any member in common. This is important. No 2 departments have any member in common. No 2 departments are of the same size. Each department has 3 types of interns, 3 types of people, interns, graduates, and postgraduate. Okay, so there are 3 types of people, 3 departments, 24 in total. The number of interns in the marketing and finance department are equal. Okay, let's start forming the table now. So the table would look like this is marketing, it is fin, and this is HR. Okay, and this is a cross tab kind of a table that I'll form. Okay, so this will be interns, this will be graduates, and this will be postgraduates. Okay, so now I can fill the number of interns in the marketing and finance department are equal. Okay, so marketing and finance department, the number of interns are equal, while the number of interns in the marketing department is 75% of the number of interns in HR department. Uh, okay, so 75%. So if HR is X, this is 0.75x, and this is also 0.75x. Okay, so if HR is X, then marketing is 0.75x, finance is also 0.75x. Okay, so the number of graduates in the finance department is less than the number of graduates in marketing department. The number of graduates in finance department is less than marketing department. Okay, and the number of graduates in the marketing department is the average of the numbers of the in the other 2 departments. Okay, so fin is less than marketing, but marketing is the average of HR and finance. So I know that if so, finance will be highest, HR will be highest. So if it is A B, suppose this will be A plus B by 2 since it is the average. A plus B by 2 since it is the average, and HR A is greater than B is given. A is greater than B because fin is less than marketing. A plus B by 2 is marketing. HR is A and fin is B, and A is greater than B. This I know from here. Okay, so 60% of postgraduates are in HR department. Okay, so let's put Y as number of people in postgraduate. So zero point 0.6 Y in HR department. 20% are in finance department. Okay, so 20% are in finance department, and rest 20% will be in marketing. So okay, so I have this table filled. Now what I have to do is now find out what is x, y, and a and b. So I have four variables, that is x, y, a, and b. If I can find them out, I'll have my solution. Now since they are the number of people, the first thing that should strike anyone is that every number should be a whole number. Okay, so how do you make these a whole number? How do you make 0.75x a whole number? It can be a whole number when the value of x, the least value of x is, it has to be at least more than 0. So the least value of x is 4. Okay, the next value is 8. Okay, so if it is x is 4, then it will be a uh, whole number, or an integer, you can say. So if x is equal to 4, then I have in HR department I have 4, in fin department I have 3, and in marketing department I have 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 4, that is 10. I have total of 10. Okay, so suppose I put this as 8, then I'll have 6 and 8, that would be 20. Okay, that would be 20, but I only have 24 people to fill. I just have total of 24 people. If I give 20 to interns, the graduates and the postgraduates, I need at least 6, even if they have one. Like, it's not possible. 20 would be too large to give to intern. So it has to be x equals to 4. I know this. So okay, so x equals to 3, x equals to, so in this case I can just put x equals to 4, and I know the number. This is 3, 3, and this is 4. So I have found the number of interns, and the total number of interns is 10. Okay, so let's, which of the following cannot be determined? Okay, cannot be determined. Which of the following cannot be determined? Is none of the above. So, so definitely something that I will not be able to conclude. All the values cannot be filled definitely in this sum. So let's try to now make this whole number, the postgraduate one, 0.2y, 0.2y. When will 0.2y be whole number? When the lowest value of y is 5, next value is 10. Okay, so let's put as 5. If I have 5, then it will be 1, 1, and 3. If I have y as 10, then it would be 2, 2, and 6. So the total here would be 5. The total here would be 10. Okay, so 10 I can afford. Can I afford? Uh, okay, acha, even if I can afford, no two departments are of the same size. No two departments are the same size. Okay, so this cannot be 10 because this is already 10, so this cannot be 10. This goes out. So I know the number. So it is 113 in this case. 113 in this case. Okay, so 113 in this case, postgraduate, I have the total of 5. So how many people are remaining? 10 plus 5, 24 minus 10 plus 5, that is 9 people are remaining. Okay, 9 people are remaining. I have to fill them here. That is A plus B plus A plus B by 2. It has to be 9. Okay. So which of the following cannot be determined? Let's see. Number of interns. I know the number of interns. Number of people in marketing department. Number of people in marketing department. Can it be determined? A plus B by 2. A plus B by 2. Uh, yes, yes, it can be determined actually. Let's see this. A plus b plus a plus b by 2 is equal to 9. I know this. So if you just simplify this, you will get a plus 3a plus 3b is equal to 18, and a plus b is equal to 6. Okay, a plus b is equal to 6. So I know that this a plus b, this figure, this thing, a plus b, finance and HR department, that is equal to 6. Okay, so this, I know if this a plus b is equal to 6, so this in the marketing department graduates will be 3. So let's, yes, 3. So let's clear this table and fill what I have now. Let's clear my drawings and now make a better diagram. Just I have given a lot of time to this. Marketing, finance, HR. I have to quickly wrap this up. Okay, so intern, graduates, postgraduates. So I know it is 3, 3 and 4. And for graduates, it is 3, and this is B, this is A. I do not know what is the number. For postgraduates, I had 1. I think it is uh, uh, Okay, for some reason I'm not able to write this. Okay, so it was 0.2y, I think, yes, 1, 1, and this was 3. Yes, so it was 5, this, okay. Number of people in marketing, number of postgraduates also I know, number of people in finance department, I know, don't know the number of people in finance department since this is B. The, okay, okay, so this is done. What is the total number of people in finance and HR department? Finance and HR department, it is 24 minus the people in marketing department, I can say, okay. So it is 24 minus 3 plus 3 plus 1, that is 7 is equal to 17. The total number of people would be 17 here. How many postgraduates are there? How many postgraduates are there? 5. 1 plus 1 plus 3, that is 5. What is the total marks obtained by the students in marketing? This is, okay, this, I think this set is done. Okay, so this is gone. Let's go to come to the other set. This I will come later probably. Okay, variable cost. This problem is there, circular arrangement. Okay, so I have this missing value problems. Let's solve this particular sum. Have to solve the two missing value ones probably, or I can come. Okay, I'll just try this. PQRST played a die. The die used for game was special and had only two numbers, 2 or 5, written on the face of the. Each player rolled die 6 times. Okay, so each player rolled 6 times. If a player got the same number on 3 consecutive rolls of dice, he got 2 points. Okay, while one person got points on the fourth, fifth, and sixth roll. Okay, so fourth, fifth, and sixth roll, one person, one person, one person. It was observed that no player got the same number on 4 or more consecutive rolls of dice. Okay, since this is important since no person can get more than 4 or more consecutive numbers. Okay, so if 5 appears 3 times, it cannot appear the fourth time. Okay, so I know that. Okay, let's start. On which roll number did B score 2 points? Okay, so I have to like start filling the number as well. Okay, in the fourth roll, I know one person filled. In the fifth and sixth, one person. So there are 5 people. Okay, so in the third chance, definitely two people filled. Definitely two people got two consecutive numbers in the third roll, because before that it's not possible to get 3 consecutive numbers before the third roll. So if everyone had scored 2 points, then definitely two people scored in the third round, and one person in the fourth round, one person in the fifth, one person in the sixth. This is what the sum gives. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see what happens. 2 5 2 2. Can P score in the third round? P cannot score in the third round. He goes out. Let's try to find the people who have scored in the third round, because you see 2 5. He cannot score in the third round. Can Q score? If Q has to score, then it has to be 2 2 here. But again, it cannot be 4 consecutive. Since this is also 2, so Q also cannot score in the third round. Can R score? Can R score? If it is 5 and 5, yes, possible. Possible for R. For S, is it possible? If it is 5, it is 5, and this is 2. Is it possible? 5 5 2 2. No, this is also not possible, because then S will score 3 consecutive numbers 2 times. So he will score more than 2 points. So he will score 2 points for here, 2 points for here. He can only score 2. So this is also not possible. This is for S also, it's not possible. So this also goes out. So T is the only one remaining after R. So he also has to score in the third round. Okay, so this I know. So T and R scored in the third round. Okay, so T and R. So I know for the third one, T and R scored in the third round. And fourth round, one person will score. Okay, fourth round, one person will score. So let's see. Fourth round, one person can score. Okay, so this person, this S, if you see for S, it can be something like 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 2, 2 is not possible. So 5, 2, 5 is possible. 5 to 5, 2, 2, 2. Is it possible? 5 to 5, 2, 2, 2. Any other combination? 5, 5, 2, 5 to 2, then he does not score any points. So if this is suppose 5 and this is 2 and this is 5, this, if this is this 5 to 2 is also not possible, because then there would be 4 consecutive. So only one combination is possible, that is 5 2 5 2 5. So I know that S scored in the sixth position. In the sixth position, this is S. So 4 and 5 is the spot remaining, and only P and Q are left. Only P and Q are left. Only P and Q are left. So P, where can P score? Where can P score? Where can P score? P can score 5-5, then he can score in the fourth one, or if it is 5-5, 2-2-2, then he will score in the sixth one. It can be 5-2, or it can be 2-5. But if it is 2-5-2, then he will score in the sixth attempt, which S has already done, and only one person can score here. So it cannot be this. So it's very simple that P has to score in the fourth attempt. P has to score in the fourth attempt. So for that to happen, he has to have 5 and 5. He has to have 5 and 5. Okay, so he has scored in the fourth attempt. Q will score in the fifth attempt. So it will be 2 here. He scores in the fifth attempt. This would be 5. This would be 5. So this was pretty easy. Missing value, but pretty easy sum. On which die roll number did P score 2 points? P scored in the fourth attempt. This position. On which die roll number did Q score 2 points? Q scored 2 points in the fifth attempt, I think, right? Fifth attempt. Yes, fifth attempt. Let's mark this fifth attempt. On what is the total of all numbers in die roll number 4? Roll number 4. So 5 plus 2, 7, 9, 11. 11, and what would be this? What would be this? This has to be 5. Obviously, this has to be 5. This only 5 2 because they can read 4 consecutive 2s. So now I have 5 5 10, and this is 16 16 16. Just move ahead with this. Who among these scored 2 points in round 3? 2 points in round 3. That is T and R. T and R. R and T. Yes. Okay, just move ahead. Yes, I'm just not. Okay, so this was the end of this set. Okay, so I'll now have to come to some of the missing value ones, or graph, missing value or graph. Let's try this bar chart. Might be easy, I don't know. Might be easy. Let's see. So what I have here is this kind of a bar chart: total cost, fixed cost. Okay, in which of the following is the value of fixed cost by variable cost maximum? Acha, which of the value is the fixed cost and this maximum? Let's see the questions first. For how many variable costs greater than 50%? Okay, greater than 50%. This is good. In which of the following is the value of fixed cost by variable cost maximum if all the consecutive years 10%? Okay. So I'll what ratio maximum to minimum? Okay, I'll just start with this question. The second question of this: for how many is the variable cost greater than 50%? This is quite easy to see. It's greater than 50%. In this, let's start with one. In this case, it's just 50%, not greater than. In this case, it is greater than 50%. So you just double variable cost and see if it is greater than the fixed cost. 55 into 2, 110 is greater than 95. In this case, it's 84, no. 63, 126, no. In this case, yes. 63, no. 97, yes, yes. 102 by 107, yes. 4. This is 88, and this, yes. Happens. This is more than 50%. 69, 117, no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. It comes 5 times. I solved this some easy one. The ratio of the maximum to minimum value of total cost by fixed cost is, okay. The ratio of minimum maximum value, the total cost by fixed cost. Okay, total cost by fixed cost. I don't have the fixed cost here, but the fixed cost will be total cost by total cost minus variable cost. If you write it like this, then I know for this to be maximum, for this has to be maximum, total cost has to be high and variable cost has to be very low, right? When variable cost is low, then it would be maximum. Okay, so there should be higher difference. So the difference between the variable cost and the total cost should be very high for this to happen, for this to be maximum. So let's try to figure out. I don't have to calculate everything for this. I'll only try to figure out where the total cost and the variable cost difference is maximum, and I'll only calculate those things. So 55 days. So I have to take numbers only where it is greater than 50%. I already know where it is 50% or greater. So I'll only take up numbers where it is 50% or greater. So let's see. So in 2002, It has to be there in 2009. Okay, so the formula was like total cost by total cost minus variable cost, right? Okay, so variable cost has to be as low as possible, as high as possible. So our variable cost has to be high, as high as possible. Okay, so this, the variable cost and the total cost have to be as close as possible for this to happen. Okay, so I'll pick up numbers where it is actually greater, variable cost is greater than 50%. So variable cost and the total cost have to be as close to each other for this to be maximum. And for the other thing, for minimum, the variable cost curve and the total cost curve have to be as far as possible. So let's see, for maximum I'll analyze 2002 probably, 2005 probably, 2008 and 2009, and 2008 and 2009. So let's calculate for this. Let's calculate. I'll use a calculator for this. I'll start with 2009, which is 132 divided by 88. It's uh okay, so divide by 44, actually divide by 44, so it gives me value of 3. Okay, 3. So in this case, is it more than 3? 88 by 870, sorry, 78 by 68 by 170, no. 40 by this and 25, 65 by 25. So no, it had to be 75. In this case, it is 40, 95 by 40. No. So 2009 is maximum. That is a value of 3. I have a value of 3. Okay, that is the maximum. Now for the minimum thing, uh, the two have to be as close as possible, as close as possible, right? They have to be as close as possible for the minimum thing. Let's see, for the minimum thing they have to be as close as possible. uh, so I have to be as close as possible. Let's see which ones can we make the cut. So they have to be as far as possible, sorry, for the minimum ones: 2006, 2010, 2010 and 2006. So these two are the numbers. So for 2010, 69, this is 63, uh, this is 70, 87, 150 by 87, no. 170, this is, I think this is 2010. Let's get for 2010. This would be very low, I think, because 170, it is 170 divide by 101. That's like huge, right? 1.683. Yes. So this is the 2010. Just take 2010. It's very very far away. 1.683. So it is 1.683. So 3 divided by 1.683. Just simplify this. I'll just simplify this here. The ratio looks to be, just divide this and find out what it comes out to be. It comes out to be 3 divided by 1.683, 1.782, 1.782. This is the answer. Let's move ahead. This is done. In which of the following is the value of fixed cost? Is the value of the fixed cost by variable cost? Okay, so what is fixed cost by variable cost? Fixed cost by variable cost is total cost minus variable cost by variable cost. I just calculated this. But just the reciprocal of this. I just calculated the, okay, so on fixed cost by variable cost maximum. Variable cost, so I just calculated total cost minus variable cost by total cost. Okay, so you can just imagine if in 2010, I got that this number was the maximum. So I can say just the reciprocal was the minimum. So in 2010, the reciprocal of this would be maximum. Okay, reciprocal would be maximum 2010. Let's come to the last sum. If consecutive increases by this, okay, so 2010 value increases by 10% total cost, and variable is half of total cost, percentage increase from 2001 to 2 in variable cost. Okay, so this I have to calculate. I'll use the calculator. So it is 170 into 1.1 into 1.1, and I get 205.7. Just remember this: 205.7 divided by 2. This is the variable cost. 102.85 minus 55. Because I have to check the percentage change. Okay, so divide by 55. This number 47.85 divided by 55, 87%. 87%. Just increase it by 10% and see the what comes to be the number. Okay, so now I will look for this one or probably this one. The graph. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. I'll try to see what on which aspect is the median score of all the five employees the lowest. Of the five employees, the lowest median score. Okay, the median score employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, it's given in the graph. Okay, for the median score, I just have to point out the middle score of this. This is the middle score for this one. This is the middle score for this one. It comes just above 50. This comes just above 50. This one, again, this green one. And in this case, it is the slightly the blue one, but it is very high in behavior. The behavior is out definitely. Diligence, profile, and discipline. This is okay. So this profile also the green one is there. So this is definitely profile is less than diligence. Diligence is out. Next is discipline. Discipline, I have slightly above 50 for diligence. Yes, slightly above this one. So profile, you can just see the middle value, and this is the profile. So this was easy actually. Just reading, you don't have to even jot down the numbers. This was easy. Let's see which employee got the highest rating. Okay, highest rating. Now I have to calculate. I think I have to calculate this. I have to write down and calculate. Okay, I won't calculate for everyone. I would not calculate for everyone. What I'll do is I'll try to see where which portion is the most stretched one. I will only calculate for those employees. Okay, I see the green one. I see green one is pretty stretched. If you can see, this is highest. It's pretty stretched. The blue one is the light blue one is pretty much inside. This purple one is also very much stretched, I think. No, this purple, no, it's stretched here, but it's very compressed on this front. On this front, it's very compressed. This is not happening. Red one is, yes, red one. Not really. The red one is also pretty compressed inside the green one always. It's almost always inside the green one. So this is not happening. For employee one, yes, it's outside in this portion. It's okay. So for employee one, I'm not sure. Employee one looks pretty stretched. If you look employee one, it looks pretty stretched. So the green one, that is employee three and employee one. Employee three and employee one. The competition is between employee three and employee one. Rest are like pretty much inside. They cannot be the highest. So let's see. Let's calculate for employee one and employee three in all the fields. That is performance, loyalty, discipline, diligence, profile, behavior behavior. Okay, and what I have is I have to calculate for 1 and 3. I have to calculate for 1 and 3. I have to calculate for 1 and 3. For 3, let's try to find out for 3. In performance, it is 75. Loyalty, it is almost I can say 60. Next is diligence, 60. Sorry, discipline, yeah, 60. Diligence again, probably no, 50, less than this, 55 probably. Profile is almost exact, I can say 50. And behavior I can say probably 90. Yeah. Yeah, so and for one, for profile one, I have 50, 80, 70. This is 40, 50, 55, and probably 80. So just calculate the sum. Just calculate the sum. Calculating the sum for this, I get what is this behavior? Yeah, behavior is this. 75, 60, 60, 65, 55. This is 75, 60, 61, 21, 21, 95, 90. This adds up to this employee 3 adds up to 390, and this adds up to 50, 130, 200, 240, 240, and 80. This is 320, adds up to 375. This is less. So employee 3 I can say safely. Employee 3. Okay, so what is the average of the rating of these employees? Average rating. So I know the highest, right? I know the highest 390 and 375. These are the two values. The two highest values seem to be in this range. So the lower value, the average will be less than this. 256 is very, very far away. 225 is even farther away. 325 and 356. Let's try to find out the number which looks the probably the lowest or something like this. What can be the lowest value? Like everything is like within the same range. For red one, if you see the red one, it's almost inside, but this is also like almost 40, 50, 90, 160, 200, 240, almost touching 300. This is also almost touching 300. Red one as well, it seems to be one of the lowest. Still it's touching 300, so it won't be far away. It will be nearby. It will be 356. So I just saw the highest value and the lowest value for this, and the average would be somewhere between that. So that is how like you can just say that it will like 356. The lowest value is somewhere around 310, 320. Okay, so I don't have to calculate everything for this. Just solve this. Moving ahead, I have two sets remaining. This is for circular arrangement. This is for missing values. Definitely not going for circular arrangement. I can only attempt maximum one more set, so I'll go for this missing value. So the marks obtained by four students, this in are shown. The maximum mark in subject is 50. The maximum is 50. Some values are missing from the table. Okay, the marks obtained by students in subjects are natural numbers, so that each score is a unique number. Okay, marks obtained by the students in cost accounting are in arithmetic progression. uh, okay, arithmetic progression. This is AM, this is AP. Okay, the marks obtained by Stuart are all odd numbers. Okay, this is all odd numbers, this is all odd. All obtained lie between 21 and 41. Okay, so the number range is 21 to 40, 45. 45 marks obtained in subject economic are all prime numbers. This is all prime numbers in economics. Multiple of 5 in marketing. Okay, multiple of 5 in marketing. Okay, so what is the total marks obtained by all students in marketing? So if it is multiple of 5, just see what are the possible values for marketing. It is 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so these are the 5 possible values and there are 4 subjects. Okay, so 5 possible values, 4 subjects. However, if you see like 25 is already present here, 25 is already present, it cannot be repeated. So this goes out. So these are the 4 subjects in, these are the 4 totals in marketing. Okay, so this can be in any order, but the total would be same. So just add this 30, 40, 70, 70, 45, and this 80. This is 150. Okay, I know this is 150. Okay, so this was like you, I do not have to even fill the table for this. So this is 150, I know. What can be the maximum marks obtained by Q? Maximum marks obtained by Q in marketing and economics. Okay, now I have to fill. Now I have to fill this table. I have 6 minutes, so I have to be pretty quick for this one. Let's see. Uh, just get this across. This is out. Okay, let's try to figure out how to do this. Uh, yes, so I have for marketing. I know the numbers. I know the numbers in marketing. Next, what I can do is I can see it is 160. Stuart is scoring. What numbers? AP. It is in AP. So and marks obtained by this are in with odd number. Okay, so it is in AP. The cost accounting is in AP, but in odd difference. But in odd difference, so it can be the Paul can be 21 or 23 or no, sorry, it cannot. So odd common difference. So it has to be common difference of 3 or 1, which means it can be 22 or it can be 24. Okay, so this I can write as 25 minus D, 25 plus D, 25 plus 2D. This is what I'll form for cost accounting. Okay, so D can be equal to 1, can be equal to 3, can be equal to if it is 5, then Paul will score 20, which is less than the range, that is 21 to 45. So this cannot be 5. So it has to be 1 and 3. 1 and 3. If it is 1, then it will be 24. This will be 26. Okay, so 26 is not possible because 26 is already here. So D cannot be 1. D has to be equal to 3. D has to be equal to 3. So just clear everything and form the numbers. Now D has to be equal to 3. So I know the numbers for this. This is 22. This is 28. This is 31. Okay, so 31. So you can see this is pretty low. This is 96 is pretty low, but and if 96 is pretty low and 160 is pretty high, so this will give you a hint. This will give you a hint. 96 is pretty low, so all the low numbers will come in this poll and all the high numbers will come for Stuart. 160. So let's try for this. 160 minus 31. How much is left? 129. 129 is left, and 40, approximately 43 I'll have. Approximately I'll have 43. Okay, so approximately I'll have 43 and the highest number possible is 45. So I'll have everything around 43 itself. So I just got logged out. Some problem with my net, so I'll just continue this. I have like 5 minutes. So where I was here 31. I had found out 43 was the average for Stuart, and all the numbers would be centered around 43. I knew, so 41, 43, 45 would be the number for Stuart. I had found out this, so I know 40, marketing is a multiple of 5, so 45 should come here, and portfolio management is greater than economics, so 43 should come here, 41 should come here. I know this is happening. And 43, 45 and economics. For economics, just see what are the numbers possible, since all would be prime numbers. So the numbers possible are 23, 29, 31, 37, 41. These are the prime numbers between 21 and 45. 43. So 43 is done. 41 is done. I have already used it. 23, 29 is possible. 31, 30, 31 I have already used here. So 31 is out. So I have these three numbers: 23, 29 and 37. 23, 29 and 37. These three numbers that will come for economics. Marketing I'll have, I know multiple of 3, that is 30, 35 and 40. Okay, portfolio management, I'm not sure yet what I'll have. Let's see, but I have 114 total here. So let's see, it is 96. Okay, 96. If suppose 96, I put economics as 29, or say I put marketing as 35, then the remaining portion is 40, then this 40. Okay, so 35 I cannot put here. Otherwise, the rest of the two, that is only 39 is remaining. I cannot put 21, 21 in this. It has to be greater than 30. So this cannot be 35 or greater than 35. This has to be 30, because it is very low. 96 is very low. And these two numbers have to be greater than 21. So 30 I put here. There is 30 possible. So this will be 35, 40, or this is 40, 35. I know this. And in this case, it cannot be 29 or 37, because these are very high values. So this would be 23, because I have to fill this and like just calculate portfolio management through this. Portfolio management is at the total of 44. 44, and after this, and so I have to put 23 here. 23 remaining is 21. 21, the least value, 21. Okay, so 21, 30, this is I've got 23. Okay, so can I put 30, 35? What can the maximum marks obtained? What is this? What is this figure? 20. Okay, so 21, 26 minus 43. 114 minus this. 114 minus this. Can I do this? 114 minus 43 and 26. This is 69. 69. This is 70. This is 19. 90. This is 20. 90. 140 minus 90 is 24. This is 24. I have it. 24. 30, 35. What is remaining? It can be, these two values can be 29, 37, 29, 37. Do I have any other information for this? Do I have any other information? 29 or 37. This is 29 or 37, and this is 37 or 29. Okay, do I have any other information? This total I do not have. Subject is now multiple of 5. I don't know. I really don't know if I have this number. No. What can the maximum marks obtained by Q in marketing and economics area? Okay, Q in marketing and economics area, maximum marks. Okay, maximum marks will be if this is 40, suppose if this is 40, this is 37, then 77. Maximum marks obtained. Okay, maximum possible. Okay, I think this cannot be determined. These four things cannot be determined. These Q and R marketing and Q and R economics. So what is the total maximum that can be obtained by R? Total maximum marks obtained by R. Okay, so this 40, 26, 66, 4 plus 37. This is again, sorry, 66, 66 plus 28, that is 74, 94, 94 plus 71, 37, 37. There is 101, 130, 131. This is the maximum marks possible. Nice. This is I think this was the solution. There was no end to this. So 9, this is the 10th sum. What is the total marks obtained by all students in economics? All students by economics. Just add it quick. Uh, I think I'll be able to do this. 20, 30, what is the total marks obtained by all students in economics? Okay, the sum would be same. So 23, 29, that is 32, 32, 32, 52, 52, 37, that's 89, 89, 89 and 41, 90. This is 130. 130. Okay, so the total I can find because 29, 37, this will just get interchanged. Okay, so I'm left with 26 seconds and I have just one set. Definitely, I'll not be able to do this odd one. How many people look towards the center? How many people are there till H? Just put any value. I'll just put any value. I don't know, just random. I don't know, 3. Took towards the center. I'll just put any value. I don't know. So what is the fourth left and the rest are this option. So I won't be able to do it. So I think that would be end. So that was it. I couldn't attempt like one set, but that was fine because that was circular set. I think I managed pretty well. Probably uh, I don't think like I could have done much more to this. Probably if I had solved maybe one or two questions circular, but circular arrangement is usually tough. So I think the choice of sets was pretty good in this one.